Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Holland. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The right's got it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Throwing on 1st down. Holland. Over the middle, it's complete. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Holland under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense is expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
On 1st and 10, Holland. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Lions 7, Raiders nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Holland. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
And the Raiders Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now a 3rd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Holland. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Holland. And It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. The Lions at 8-3 now. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Touchdown! DJ Chark, 31 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 79 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Holland. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Holland. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
To throw on third down, Holland. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Rig alert, rig alert. Hey, Crash. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, Holland. He's got it. And in from the Lions, touchdown. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Come on, come on. Hey. Seven Pirates.
Operating from the gun, Holland. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Holland.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
19.
Looking to throw. Holland. And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's second down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
19 right.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on second down. Holland. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Warriors 17.
Throwing on first down. Holland. This is caught. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the jump.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball. Well, how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Holland steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, it's McLaughlin, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Swift is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Set to get this drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
19 tight, 19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Looking to throw. Holland. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How did that not connect? That's one of the rare deep balls he hasn't hit so far. 5 touchdowns already, and you see he's still airing it out. I wonder if he's getting run plays that are sent in, and he's switching them to deep passes.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Get it!
Now back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Off play action. Holland under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Okay, break.
They find some open field here.
Well, things started off exciting this one. Had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Lions, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens